Hello, we are now live and ready to go. Welcome, welcome everybody. Those I think there's a few people in chat, maybe. Nope, just us. Hi, Ennit, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Welcome to the channel. I think this is the first time you've been on, here with us.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it is.
This is the first time you've been on my stream, which is fantastic. Honestly, I'm really excited to have you here.
Yay.
So we're gonna be playing some Wind Waker today. What is your experience with Wind Waker for the potential? Because this is gonna be recorded for YouTube as well. So for the viewing audience, what is your experience with this game?
So this was my very first Zelda game. It's my favorite. I've played it over and actually, so I say that, but I've actually never beaten it.
You've never beaten it?
No, I get lost in the ocean and I spend 90 hours just going from island to island over and over again. I've replayed through it like several times. I've even collected like most of the pictures of everybody, but like I always get I never get all the triforce shards.
That's my favorite. See, I'm like that with Breath of the Wild. I've never beaten Breath of the Wild.
Just get lost.
Yep. I just do all the shrines to get the little tunic, and that's all I wanted. I just wanted the tunic and not having to buy all the amiibo.
I just want to go from island to island. I want to decorate the main. Oh, I can't think of names.
The little house thing.
What's the main island? Oh no, that's the one you start in. Oh my gosh.
Outset is the one you start in, and then
not that. The first main one where you go the first time.
Windfall.
With, yes, I like to decorate it.
That's fucking wonderful. I like the little house that Link gets, like the little bungalow house. Okay.
So yeah, I probably have hundreds of hours in this game, but I've never beaten it.
This was the first one I beat by myself.
Ew.
It was this one, and then all of the Game Boy games following right after, because I had the collection on GameCube.
Oh.
Right when this game came out, there was a collector's disc that went out with it.
I do remember that.
And I had that one, and that was how I played Zelda 2 for the first time. I meant to just drop that.
That's how I got Ocarina of Time. I got it. It came with a pre-order for the GameCube for this.
Yep.
I got and that's how I played that for the first time too. I've actually never beaten a single Zelda game, but I've played a lot of them. It's so weird. It's a very weird thing.
So my favorite Zelda game is actually also on the GameCube. It was Twilight Princess, because Twilight Princess had a simultaneous Wii and GameCube release.
I remember that.
And it was my favorite, and it will remain my favorite for all time. I love that game, and there is there are flaws to it. Yeah, I will admit. Some of the dungeons were a little having to do the little bugs was annoying as hell. I will admit that. You know what? I'm just gonna stand here with the bomb and let it explode. Fuck it.
I don't remember where you are at all.
I am in the Tower of the Gods. This is after you've beaten Dragon Roost and the rest of them. Okay, fuck this. I'm just going to the next area. I know I think that's just secret stuff. I think it's maybe the compass. So
yeah, I don't remember.
And then this is also where you get the bow.
Nice.
Oh no, and there's the key to unlock that door. Okay. Yeet.
think it's maybe been 10 years since I've played this, which needs to be fixed like soon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if you haven't played the HD version, you
Yeah, I
absolutely should. It's definitely hard to get now if you don't own a Wii U.
Yeah.
But it is the superior version. For one, it's because they lowered the amount of triforce charges you have to find.
Ooh, that's obviously I'm very interested in that one. I've only played the GameCube.
Yeah, so they lowered the amount of triforce charge you had to find because that was everyone's main complaint. It was like, why are there so damn many of these?
There's so many. Because I've never played, so I've never had a Wii U, and I've had maybe once or twice where I could have purchased the Wind Waker Wii U actually, but I guess at the time like I just didn't like I had the money but I didn't want to spend it, and I regretted so much.
Well, with the Wii U, a lot of people were like, well, why would I buy this? I have the Wii. Because a lot of people were like, oh, it's just, it's a slightly better Wii. No, this motherfucker is a hell of a console. And it had a better it had a better virtual console than the original Wii did. But a lot of people just didn't like give it credit for, what it could do. And we're like, nah, it's just a Wii with a gamepad. It's the proto Switch. And it is. Not gonna lie to you, it is the proto Switch. But it is a fantastic little console. And I will sing its praises until the day it dies on me.
I'm so mad I never got one. Because for this game, one of my favorite, I like collecting things. So I like anything that involves going around and collecting little things I like. So I really liked taking the pictures. And with the Wii U, you can use the controller, right?
Yeah, you can use it. You can even like turn it into selfie mode. It's pretty dope.
And then I remember the Wii U being one of the first consoles that had like people used it for art, right? Like drawing on like
there
a
was
tablet.
PictoChat was a big thing. It went from the DS to the Wii or the Wii U, and everybody was like, "Oh, this could really work as an art tablet." Because it's the same, it's literally the same technology that goes into the really popular tablet that everybody uses for art. The one that you can use as a second screen, essentially.
The Cintiq?
Yeah, the Cintiq. Same tech. It's the same tech.
Nice.
And
I always kicked myself for not getting a Wii U.
My whole thing is right now at least on the collector's market, they're not that expensive. $150.
A Wii U?
Yep.
So far I've been thinking about doing that for a while. But I guess there's also a part of me, and this is why I haven't revisited this yet on like a ROM.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm just constantly waiting for them to announce it for the Switch. Like I feel like
they've basically said that they're not gonna. They've basically said they're not.
Really?
Yep.
No.
They basically said, "Hey, we're not." When they did the Skyward Sword one, they were like, "We're not gonna do Wind Waker, and we're not gonna do what is it called? Twilight Princess," which I got really sad about because I really wanted I really wanted Twilight Princess to come back.
Yeah, because I never I had that one, but I never really. I watched someone else play. I watched my partner play it a little bit, but I never played it.
It was really good. The wolf part gets a little tedious, but also
I remember that.
But also in the in the furry in me really loves the wolf transformation because it's just so friggin' cool. There's also a bit of nostalgia for that game, at least for me, because it essentially was like the first game I really had that allowed me to what am I supposed to put on there? Is there a pot somewhere in the room, or
is it the square?
Well,
not the square.
Yeah, no, I can't push it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm supposed to be able to call him forward, but I don't know. Oh, I have an idea. Nope.
Do they move with music?
These
song
one
you can play?
these ones don't, but
Oh, okay.
that one in there does. But my idea is throw 3 of these on that, and then take them through the door.
Ah.
So
Oh, I see.
yeet, and then so that's heavy enough to support the weight of 2 of us. Jump. Yeet. Oh, that didn't work. Jump. Jump. Nope.
One more friend left.
That's right.
No!
Thankfully, he respawns.
Okay.
And then we'll see if I can get him to... Nope. That's... I don't understand what I'm supposed to do then. Alrighty. Hold on.
Too heavy to jumping through?
Yeah, I ended up falling is what happened. More bombs.
Okay.
Magic. I wonder if it's something to do with these. Nope. I was gonna see if I could just tank the damage, but that's not a thing that's gonna happen. See, this is yeah.
I still love this song so much.
Same. That's the one that allows me to. Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to fly over it. That's why it gives me magic.
The bag.
And then it does a little wave. I love Link's little wave. Alright, now he is controllable, and that's how I get out of here, is the little switch. I love that he turns green when I'm controlling him instead of blue. That's fantastic. Alrighty. And then he'll come through the door with me.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, you. Alright, where'd you go?
I remember you.
This is the first time you see one of those, so...
Oh.
Yeah. Let me see if I can control him from here. Yep. Yoink. I love how tiny little Link can just carry these big ass statues.
All like grandma's soup.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Come here, little Armos statues. You have jobs to do.
I would like figurines of these.
I would love Armos figurines. Something that I really liked that another GameCube game that I had did. I had Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube, and they had. Oh, so you had the one with Link as the guest character. I liked that you could use the Armos weapons in that game.
No, I never really used Link. I didn't even realize you could.
Yeah, you could use the Armos set. You could use the Great Fairy's sword. You could use a whole bunch of really cool shit.
I was a Talum main.
I love Talim because of like how many times I could beat the hell out of someone with her tonfa. But for mains, I was Mitsurugi.
That's a good one.
I loved Mitsurugi. I was a Mitsurugi main, and my younger sister was a Yoshimitsu main. So it was just us beating the hell out of each other with the two samurai.
Oh, the GameCube was the best time. I think.
Oh yeah, 100%. It was one of the best like gaming consoles you could have at the time because like I loved my PS2 because I had a PS2, my younger sister had a GameCube, and my older brother had an Xbox. And my younger sister and I ended up trading game systems because she liked more like I was a Nintendo kid. I grew up with the SNES and the 64 and all that. So when she was like, oh, well, you know, I really like, because the games she really liked growing up were like GoldenEye and all the James Bond games. I'm trying to kill this thing, but it's just getting me killed. I should definitely not do that. Oh, there's the boss key. Okay.
I'm trying to remember what the boss is here.
So you know the Zelda traditional, like, hand and face boss?
Oh,
it's basically
that's
just
where this
hand
one
drops.
is.
Yeah, this is that one.
Okay. I
It's
remember that one.
fucking Bongo Bongo in Ocarina. It's fucking the boss from the Arbiter's Grounds in Twilight Princess. I'm really sad that there's not one in Breath of the Wild. Like,
There's not?
no, there's not one like that in Breath of the Wild. There's no real traditional Zelda bosses in Breath of the Wild. Most of the traditional Zelda stuff is just gone in Breath of the Wild. Which, you know, it is what it is. I do like that they replaced these things with Guardians. Do I have?
I didn't.
Nope, I don't have a thing to do that. I wonder if the
I
bombs
played
do.
a lot of Breath of the Wild, but I weirdly remember not much from it. I don't know why.
Mostly because Breath of the Wild, I love it, and there's a huge fan base for it, but Breath of the Wild as a game is not very memorable.
No.
Like, at least in my opinion.
No, because I don't. Like, I got memory issues, and I played a lot of it. I didn't beat it, but it's one of the ones I got pretty close to. But the only thing I remember doing in that game is cooking and climbing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what people remember. And
Yeah.
and that and the mini shrines. Not even the full dungeons. People remember the hello, Armos statues.
They're so cute.
They are. I hate that I have to murder them.
Yeah. They scared me as a kid. I was terrified. For this game's art style, it gets terrifying sometimes.
It does. It scared the shit out of me as a kid. Sorry, I was quiet. I get into concentration mode.
No,
and I
it's
get
okay.
really silent.
When you're concentrating, should I shush?
No, absolutely. No,
Okay.
When I'm concentrating, absolutely talk. Somebody's got to entertain chat. That's what I worry about with my Halo videos, because, like, that game gets fucking hard, and so I have to concentrate, and there's just spans of time where I'm fucking silent.
I get it. I've never been able to, like, stream a single game where I really had to concentrate. It just doesn't work out. I gave up.
I tend to do, well, for one, the Halo games make me have to concentrate real hard. And then sometimes in Zelda, I'll have to, like, really concentrate because, damn, these games get hard sometimes. I'm looking forward to playing Twilight Princess because that one I've beaten so many times that it's not difficult for me. It's just not, I don't have to concentrate as hard because it's just a game I know by heart.
Right. I'm gonna have to experience that one a little more.
I mean, you could totally hang out when I stream it.
Yeah, if I'm around, I totally will.
There we fucking go.
That one and a Skyward Sword are two that I know very little about, but
I
always wanted to.
I have not played Skyward Sword. I want to do so for the first time on stream. That is my goal. Is to play Skyward Sword for the first time on stream. because I want to get the OG version for on the Wii. So so there were technically 2 Wii Zelda games. There was Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, and then 2 GameCube Zelda games, and one of them happens to fucking be Twilight Princess, which should show exactly how influential that game eventually became.
Yeah. I think I had that on the GameCube. I think I had a Wii. But somehow I ended up buying that on the GameCube, and I don't remember how or why.
Well, if you had a Wii and played the GameCube version, you got the superior version.
Yeah, I think that's what we did.
Because
we found it at I don't know if this is like a national play and trade. Does that sound familiar? I don't know if that was just here.
That was a that is a buy sell trade store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That used to be a chain, and it got bought out.
Yeah, it's not here anymore. Cause we never played it like when it first came out. We kind of we used to really go into things like play and trade and I think Babbage's and things like that aren't around anymore. And I think that's how we got it on the GameCube, because it was $10.
Yeah, because a lot of people didn't even realize it was on GameCube. So a lot of my friends used to go, "Oh, that's fake. You don't have that on the GameCube." And I'm like, "No, I swear to you, it's on GameCube."
I almost think I still have my copy somewhere.
I will buy it from you. I would literally pay lots of money for that copy.
Unfortunately, I had a GameCube case of games that I took with me. I don't have too many things from my childhood, but my GameCube and my GameCube games I had. But I lent my case of GameCube games to a friend that is no longer a friend.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So in that case was also my copy of Wind Waker, which I'm still very sore about. And also the Ocarina of Time GameCube game, which I think goes for quite a pretty penny these days.
Oh, that's like a $900 game at this point.
I'm so mad.
That game is very expensive.
Try not to think about it.
That game is very expensive now. One of the major problems with it being that expensive is it's because it gets scalped up on the collector's market. And so when you have people who will out-snipe normal people who are actually trying to play the damn games, or because a lot of people, and I've noticed this, it's a weird thing, people will get mad, scalpers will get mad when streamers buy classic games to play on stream, because they don't have the opportunity to buy it up and make them desaturate the market essentially and make it uber fucking expensive, because that's how supply and demand works.
God, I hate scalpers.
Me fucking too.
If I ever do happen to reacquire my GameCube game case, which isn't as unlikely as it sounds, you can have my copy of Twilight Princess.
I will not take it for free. I will pay you for it.
If it shows up in the mail, if it just shows up, you don't have a choice.
That is true. See, Twilight Princess on the GameCube, that is the superior version. I was gonna buy the HD version, but some stuff happened with that, and it's just it's hard. It was harder to acquire. So I bought the Wii version yesterday. I literally went out and bought the Wii version yesterday, which the HD version for the Wii U uses the GameCube port to play, because the GameCube port was essentially it was just better, because the reason it's better is because it's not mirrored. For the Wii version, they mirrored the game so that because Link is traditionally a left-handed swordsman, and then they were like, oh shit, most Westerners and most gamers in general are right-handed, and we made this game rely on motion controls. So
I'm sorry. Go.
No, you go ahead.
I didn't know they had it on motion controls. I never realized Link was a left-handed swords.
Yeah, Link is a left-handed sword fighter in every Zelda game. Watch when he pulls his sword out.
Oh yeah.
And he's been like that since the first game.
How have I not noticed that?
That's why the reason that Miyamoto did that was A, Miyamoto, who helped make these games, is left-handed, and B, traditionally in medieval Europe, left-handed swordsmen were considered better swordsmen because most sword fighters did not fight left-handed, and thus were not able to defend as well from a left-handed attacker.
Oh.
Yep. So when they would go to fight somebody, it would be a lot harder to defend from their attacks.
Yeah. That makes so much sense. I never even thought about it.
Yep. I only learned about the left-handedness being an advantage from when I took HEMA.
What's
because HEMA is historical European martial arts. Basically, it's sword fighting classes.
I think you've mentioned that before.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
That's why I have an arsenal of swords in my house.
Oh my god, I want to see all the swords.
Oh, I can get you pictures. Right now,
I own no swords.
Right now, I actually have out my replica of Gandalf's sword because I was oiling it. Give me a second. While this cutscene plays, I'll get up and grab it.
Okay.
Give me like 2 seconds. I'm taking a picture of it, and it'll be in your DMs.
Take your time. I appreciate. You didn't have to right now, but I appreciate it because I want to see.
Please excuse my dirty ass floor in that picture.
I love it.
That one is just the replica of Gandalf's sword. I also have Sting. I have Boromir's sword. I have my practice. I have my practice Gladius. I have a 50 and 150 pound draw longbow. I have a spear, a shillelagh. And I think that's it.
That is awesome.
And then I'm trying to get a battle axe. There's one on my throne.
Oh. Oh, a battle axe would be so cool. We used to have a master sword.
That would be dope. I've wanted one for a long time, but there's a company that I want it from specifically that makes actual carbon steel battle ready, like replica weapons. It's where I got my Boromir sword replica.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to actually fight with it, it would be like usable, and not like my Gandalf sword is made of stainless steel. If that contacted another sword, it would fucking snap.
Oh goodness.
If I used the Boromir sword, which by the way, Boromir was done dirty in the movies, like real dirty.
Oh.
I'm so mad about it. I'll get into that. Okay, so in the theatrical cuts of the movies, Boromir was done hella dirty. They kinda had done his story well in the extended cut versions, but still not the whole thing. So the reason Boromir wasn't invited to the Council of Elrond, none of them were. None of the humans were except for Aragorn. What happened was that Faramir, his little brother, the ranger from the third movie that takes Gollum, Sam, and Frodo to Gondor, the guy he's Boromir's little brother. He has the gift of prophecy. He can see the future. So when he got like a vision of the ring going to Rivendell, he was like, I've been there, I could go. And their dad, Denethor, was like, no, your brother has to go. He's the only one that I think is capable, blah, blah, blah. Because he was an asshole to fucking Faramir all the time. Denethor was. Boromir loved his brother. Well, Denethor brings Boromir over to like a secret meeting and goes, come back with the ring or don't come back at all. You either come back with the ring, kill whoever carries it and bring it back to Gondor, or don't come back home. You're not welcome.
Damn.
So Boromir, the reason he was so like fucked up about I have to bring the ring back. If I don't bring the ring back to my city, where I'm gonna have problems, is because his father was literally going to banish him if he didn't bring back the ring.
Yeah, I never knew that. Like, I've never read it. I think maybe I've read about this, but it's not something I'm gonna remember unless I see it or read it. So like when I'm watching the movie, I'm just thinking, like, I like him and his character, but I'm like, damn,
he's a dick. Yeah, they made him an asshole because
like, damn, that human greed right there is not what it looks like initially.
And yeah, that's what it seems like. That's how he in the book played it off. He was like, oh yeah, no, it's just the ring corrupting me. But really, it was the ring. It was partially the ring. It was the ring and anxiety.
Oh my god. You relatable person, you.
Yeah, they did my boy dirty. That's why my old PNG before I had Kat make this one was Belle wearing Boromir's like clothes.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go look now.
Give me a second. I'll send it to you. I have that PNG. I have all of them in a like private Discord server. Streaming assets. Scroll up. Boop. Copy image. And then paste. There you go. It's in your DMs.
Oh!
And now you see it, right?
I do. I'm actually not sure I've seen this PNG. I was thinking of
the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the one before that, and then I had that one made, and I had that one for about a year and a half.
Oh.
And then I had this one made that is more e-girl Belle. Oh, that's.
They're all so good.
Yeah. That was my medication alarm. I will be right back. I have to go just throw some meds in my mouth.
Understandable. Mine will go off in an hour and a half myself.
I'm gonna put us on the BRB screen unless you want to just talk to chat. There's not much going on in the actual chat, but you know what? We are going to be uploading this to YouTube, so if you want to, like, well, I don't know, tell the YouTube audience about yourself and your like, what you do on Twitch, I will literally be, like, 2 seconds.
Sure. Okay.
Awesome. All right, I will be right back.
Hey, chat. This feels awkward. I don't know why. I'm GhostEnnit. I'm Ghost with the most. I'm a ghost in space. I'm a dead alien. And I stream for fun. And I am currently streaming like Satisfactory. I'm kind of still trying to get like a schedule going, but I'm GhostEnnit everywhere. And I just started streaming again after taking a really long break, and it's been a lot of fun. And I'm just here to be silly. I'm here to have a good time. That's why I'm here. I play a lot of Fortnite. Not really. I do, but I do and I don't. I don't know. Now I'm just rambling. I am not entertaining. But I'm excited to be here. Ha! Hello.
Hello. Thank you for entertaining the chat while it was gone.
I tried.
I appreciate
I rambled.
it. That's great. That's what I do. That's literally all I do on this channel is just ramble. So
ramble.
So, you have to take meds. You know what it's like. You ever have one of the meds that say take with food, so you just have a snack on hand?
So I'm new at taking meds.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
just starting to get my health stuff together.
One thing I will tell you is keep snacks on hand. It will make your life...
I'm more hungry.
Yeah, it will make your life 1,000 times better. Because if you eat right after you take your medication, unless specifically told not to, it will lessen the side effects.
Oh.
That is why they tell you take these meds with like especially when it comes to like medications that deal with anything major organ related or mental health related, because of how powerful those drugs are. If you, it's like when you drink, you have to eat with it in order to not be as fucked up. Same premise goes for meds.
I do not like the feeling of like just meds in my stomach.
Yeah, exactly. That's your body going, hey, we need something to help absorb this.
Yeah. Because I've noticed if I haven't like eaten around the time I take them, I start to feel like a little nauseous.
Yeah, it feels gross, essentially. It's that like heavy feeling that makes you feel queasy. Definitely have a snack on hand. One thing that I really like are the like cookie dough Cliff Bars.
Oh, I've never had that.
They're really good. They're protein bars, and protein helps absorb that like heaviness. And it's cookie dough, so it tastes real fucking good.
No, cookie dough is so good.
Oh god, yes it is. Edible cookie dough is the best. I know that like normal cookie dough is edible, but like not potentially giving myself salmonella is always good.
Yeah.
I love
the Master Sword.
So when I first got this and I was looking at it, I was like, you know, I love the redesign of Wind Waker, but I don't know how I feel about the redesign of the Master Sword. And then I realized, I went back and looked at the Master Sword from Ocarina, and I was like, why isn't the gem lit up? So, like, I kind of, with me and my sister, we kind of called that this was the deactivated Master Sword.
No. I've never even noticed the gem wasn't lit up.
Yeah, see? The handle is, like, closed, and the gem's not lit up.
So I know the Zelda timelines get a little muddy, and they can, depending on, like, there's different trees depending on the games, but isn't this one considered canonically in the same Zelda universe as Ocarina and Majora's Mask, or no?
No, so Ocarina and Majora's Mask are Twilight Princess. It goes Ocarina, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess. And then this is the timeline if Link stayed with Zelda in the future and was an adult. And then the Child Link timeline, Link going back to being a kid, going through Termina, and then dying as the like hero's shade, because the hero's shade in Twilight Princess, that's Link from Ocarina.
Oh.
Yeah. That was even confirmed by Nintendo. That's Link.
Oh, okay. I can't remember it anymore. I watched the Unraveled a couple of years ago.
Yeah. It is.
Remembering it wrong.
It is the timeline where this is the timeline where Link stayed an adult and like Zelda and him like ruled Hyrule together essentially.
Aw. I wish they would use Tetra in more things.
I do too. They did. She is in for a little bit. She was in what is it?
The Phantom Hourglass.
Yeah,
right?
Phantom Hourglass. That was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, sweet. Now I can steal.
Obviously, I'm very big into pirates.
Yeah.
Because I'm a space pirate.
Exactly.
This was one of the first This was one of the things that like got me into pirates.
Hell yeah.
This and like Pirates of the Caribbean.
I need to introduce you to a tabletop role-playing game called Starfinder, because then you could just straight up be a space pirate in a TTRPG.
Nice. Dreams achieved. That was sad when Tetra became Zelda, and I knew it was gonna happen, but I was like, ew.
Yeah, because it's Sheik. It's the Sheik version. It's basically just Sheik from. But it's instead of a ninja, it's even better.
Right.
I always like letting these guys get their like weapon back because it doesn't feel honorable to kill them without it.
That is a good point.
Now the other ones, yeah. Hello! Hello, Fro. Welcome.
Hello.
Fro, this is Ennit, one of my very good friends.
Hi.
Okay, now I can kill this thing. Actually, I gotta steal your thing first. Gimme. Give it. Give me your belt. I gotta throw this grappling hook at your face to get your belt. It's weird, but it is what it is. Did you know you can't steal their belts with the grappling hook, if they have their helmets on?
No.
Because the thing goes.
I forgot you could steal.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about this. Like, one of the easiest ways to get the joy pendants is there's one of the enemies carries them, and you can steal them from. I think it's the like standard bokoblins, because these big guys are the moblins.
Yeah.
And then so the little guys have the joy pendants, and it's the easiest way to get it. Also, Fro says that he likes your PNG.
Thank you. It was drawn by one of my favorite VTuber model artists, Starseeds.
Nice.
On Twitter. I think you know Jude.
Yeah, I know Jude.
Or know of. Same circles.
Yeah. We've talked a few times. I know Jude.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I love to get compliments on it because Jude was my dream model artist, and I was really stoked to make that happen for myself. So every time like I get a compliment, I'm like just ooh woo.
It is pretty fucking dope. That's the same with my current PNG and having it done by Kat. I really like Kat's art style.
It looks so good.
I really love Kat,
I love
the way Kat draws, and I was just like, yes.
I love a Kat PNG too. I like to switch. I have a couple from Par too. I want to set things back up. I used to have a bunch that I would swap between for redeems, and I want to reset that up.
Nice.
Yeah, Kat does beautiful work.
Yeah.
I also like that Kat uses the same art program that I do, and that a lot of people just don't use.
What is it?
Paint Tool Sci.
Oh, nice! I used to use that when I was trying to do art. My art's terrible, but like the art form. No, my art's really bad. Like it looks like MS Paint art. But the art form that I am good at is music. I can play a bunch of instruments and I can sing real fucking good. And so that's the art form I choose to continue to pursue.
What instruments do you play?
I play the bass guitar, the stand-up bass, the cello, the violin, the flute, the trumpet, clarinet, and I attempted guitar, like regular guitar. I'm good with an acoustic, but I am shit with an electric.
I played guitar briefly. I've always wanted to play instruments, but I've never had the patience to like sit down and really learn.
My younger sister was the one that taught me how to
guitar
play.
and piano.
I also play piano. My younger sister was the one who taught me how to play most of the instruments that I know, because she was very musically talented and I wasn't up until like college.
Ah.
Oh yeah,
my family's very musically inclined, but not me.
My Fro also says that I do really good voices. I was a voice actor for a little while, Fro.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very briefly.
Willing to share what you voice acted in? Oh, actually, that's probably not now.
No.
I will agree. Yeah, I realized as I'm asking that question that no, but I will agree because I didn't get to listen to the whole thing though because I skipped through a little. I had it like on in the background while I was working. But your first that first D&D session that you put on YouTube for
Oh yeah,
yeah, and I really love the voices you did.
So when one of the reasons I can't say on Twitch what I voice acted in.
No, yeah, I realized.
Yeah.
After the question left my mouth, I was like, wait.
Well, no, it's not just that, because it was that also. But the first thing I ever voice acted in, I was not of age.
Oh.
But that one wasn't in SFW. The other stuff was.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I have been in a couple of different projects that I can talk about that are mostly yeah, knowing Twitch TOS. Yeah, exactly. Mostly the stuff that I have voice acted in is like I don't know if you know the anime Vampire Knight.
I do. I think I used to watch it. That sounds so familiar.
It's basically about a vampire high school where half the student body is humans, the other half are vampires.
Yeah.
I voice acted the ice vampire Audo, or Ido. It's basically the Japanese pronunciation of idol. But yeah, so I voice acted him in a fan dub of that many years ago.
Ooh. That is awesome.
And then there was a couple of like fan dubs of like Dragon Ball movies that hadn't been dubbed, and I did Gohan. But those fan dubs are no longer like off the internet. Like that has been purged.
Back in, like,
2000
back in like prime YouTube days.
Yeah, like 2007, 2008.
Yeah, best YouTube days.
Yeah, it was right around that time that I started. That was when I did my did the voice acting for that, and then the other thing that I was potentially going to be in it was less voice acting and more acting. Before I got my when I was, because for a little while I was on I was on life support. So right before that I was going to be at a guest appearance in a Power Rangers fan film as a Power Ranger. Because I am a giant fucking Power Rangers nerd. I don't know if people know this about me, but I am a gigantic Power Rangers nerd.
I know nothing about Power Rangers.
Oh my god, there's so much. There's just so much. So like, for one, Power Rangers is a lot more, it has a lot more depth to it than people think, because Power Rangers as a series is based on Super Sentai, but also has more than just the show. It has a large comic book. Like, it has an
really?
Yeah. So there are two separate runs of it. There's the Boom Studios comics, which are so fucking good, and then there's the Dark Horse ones. And they go into a lot more like depth, and they're a little more mature, I would say, than the show, which I loved the show. I grew up with it. But when the comics came out and I started reading them, it was just so cool to see these like what seemed like childhood stories told from a different perspective. Like, you see why Rita is trying to destroy Earth. You see, and another thing that they do, and this is my favorite like trope for villains, is a villainous couple that still are very coupley. Like, there's an issue of the comics where Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa, who are the two main villains of like the first season of Power Rangers, it's their anniversary, and they're like, we can't destroy the Power Rangers today. It's our anniversary. You guys go do it.
That's really cute.
It's great. It's the best thing. I really love just that trope in media in general. Like, villains who are very dedicated to one another is my favorite shit.
I'm trying to think of when I've seen that, and clearly it's not enough because I love it, but I can't think of when I've seen that.
See, exactly. That's a thing. It's not in there enough. Another one that's like that. It's not villains, but it's heroes that do this. Black Canary and Green Arrow will not do hero shit on their anniversary.
Who is
Like,
that?
so Black Canary and Green Arrow, from DC Comics, they won't do shit on their anniversary. They do not go out. They do not go do hero things. They just relax at home with their family. Unless there is, like, a big fucking deal going on, like the apocalypse. They don't do hero stuff. The other thing that well, the thing about, they are the single most stable relationship in comics. So, like, even Lois Lane and Superman, they've had, like, rocky shit happen in their relationship. Black Canary and Green Arrow have never, ever considered breaking up, like everybody else have. They even like, when they were when they did their wedding, it was like, it's neutral territory. Oh, I forgot what the thing was. Is that it? Oh, I think I did it. Hey! I did it from memory. Awesome, now I can create cyclones and fast travel.
Nice.
But yeah, Black Canary and Green Arrow, their wedding issue of the comics that they're in is my favorite comic book, because they were like, no, we're inviting all of these people, and some of them are villains, and you guys cannot arrest them at our wedding. You can't do it. We will not let you. Because one of Black Canary's best friends is Harley Quinn.
Oh.
Like, when Black Canary had their Oliver and hers kid, she was like, Harley came and brought presents for Canary. Like, a big basket of, like, chocolate and shit. And she was like, this is more of a present for Oliver than for you. Because your hormones are going to suck. Because little thing that people don't know, Harley has had 2 separate children.
Wait, really?
Yep.
And I'm a Harley fan.
Well, technically she's had twins. If you've ever watched Batman Beyond,
it's been so long.
You know the Dee-Dees from Batman Beyond? The twins that kind of look like Harley?
I don't remember at all.
You should Google it.
I remember liking this show, but I was a kid.
Yeah,
Last time I even, like, looked at it.
So in Return of the Joker, in the Batman Beyond movie, Return of the Joker, the Dee-Dees get arrested. And they get bailed out by Grandma Harley.
Oh my goodness. Grandma Harley.
Yep. Their parents, or one of their parents, is Harley's oldest daughter. The Dee-Dees were part of the Joker gang.
Oh.
So Harley was rather disappointed in them. Because at this point, this is Harley post-Joker, when she was very much into Ivy, which I love that's a canon thing instead of just a fandom thing now. I love it so much. The other thing I love is that Harley Quinn has dated a Kryptonian, like, canonically.
Wait, so I very casually know superhero stuff, actually, in general. So I don't know who that is.
So the Kryptonians are Superman and his people.
Right. Okay, that's what I thought.
So the one that Harley dated is Power Girl. The one that wears the white suit with the big, huge, assets. Twitch TOS.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to Google.
Oh yeah, no, you should absolutely Power Girl and Harley Quinn. Just make sure safe search is on.
I see the appeal.
Yeah, just make sure safe search is on if you type that in.
I see the appeal.
Yeah,
Nice job, Harley.
big buff lady with, you know. But she's great. Well, the other thing is that the artist of that that character continued to make them bigger until they told him to stop.
Oh, that's a mood.
He was like,
hero.
I want to know how much of this I can get away with.
That's a hero.
Yeah, exactly. Power Girl also can't be affected by green kryptonite.
Oh.
Yeah, she can only be affected by, like, the kryptonite that actually hurts her is blue kryptonite, and then she can only really be affected by that pink and red kryptonite.
I didn't even know there were different colors of kryptonite.
Oh, yeah. Well, most of them are synthetic.
Okay.
So Lex made pink kryptonite by accident. And what pink kryptonite does is it switches the, well, at least for Clark specifically, it switches the sexuality of the person it affects. Well, Power Girl is pansexual. So it barely, the only thing it does for her is it makes her more honest about who she's into. There's actually a panel, in a comic with her and I believe it's Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman, she's under the effects of pink kryptonite and holding the lasso of truth. And Wonder Woman asks what she's going to do later, and she answers a very honest answer.
I think I've heard of that, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew who it was, but that sounds extremely familiar.
You should Google the panel. It's fucking hilarious, but I can't say what it says.
Me.
Just Power Girl, Wonder Woman, Lasso of Truth. And it should pop right up.
Wait a minute. Oh! Yeah, I've seen this.
Yep. It's like their most famous panel together.
Goodness. Yeah, I've seen it. I had no clue who that was, but I've seen
that. Power Girl is one of my favorite heroes just of all time. Simply for the fact that she is much like She-Hulk. She's very like honest about who she is and doesn't like compromise any of that, and that's a really cool thing in my opinion. Like, as a hero, being able to go, yeah, no, I don't like, I will support whomever I wish and do whatever I want. And that's kind of one of my favorite aspects of her and She-Hulk and a bunch of other, like, more, less traditional heroes, in my opinion. Because people like Batman, while he is also, like, shaking in his beliefs, a big problem with Batman as a hero is that people don't get Batman. They also don't really get Superman either. Superman is the mask. Clark Kent is the person. Bruce Wayne is the mask. Batman is the person. Right. However, the thing about Batman is that he is not that brooding, like, I mean, he was for a certain period of time, but everybody takes Batman as the post-Jason Todd death Batman. That's the one that everybody, like, personifies in movies. Even if it's pre-Jason Todd. And while, you know, Jason Todd's death affected Batman in such a way that he, like, even wasn't talking to Clark for a little while, like, you can't just make one era of his life be what defines him. Batman as a person is a good, like, example of trauma not making somebody. Like, he doesn't let his trauma make him, essentially.
Oh.
That was a big...
The only thing I know about...
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
You go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, the only thing I know about Batman is from... I've never read any Batman comics or anything, so I've really only, like, seen the movies.
Yeah.
And even then, I just had to Google, who's Jason Todd? And I don't know who this is.
The Red Hood, yeah, he's the second Robin.
Yeah.
He was
Ah, okay. Never knew his name.
yeah. So he's the second Robin, and then he eventually becomes Red Hood after Joker murders him.
Oh.
And Batman wasn't able to stop it. And that's why Batman became all broody and pouty and sad.
Oh. That makes sense. I think I recall. I think I knew which Robin did you say this was?
The second Robin.
I think I knew the second. I think I knew there were multiple, and I knew. Did the first one die, or just like
No,
grow up,
Dick just retired. He just retired being Robin, and then became Nightwing.
Okay.
If you've ever seen like Young Justice, so there's a cartoon, Young Justice. It's really, really good. You should 100% watch it. It's basically it shows like Robin going from being Robin to being Nightwing. And Nightwing is my favorite superhero, to a point where my Twitch name used to be ThePaladinBelle. He is, a lot of the fandom will say he is the best ass in DC Comics, because he is. He has the best ass.
Okay, I'm
in
familiar
DC
with
Comics.
Nightwing. I've seen.
Nightwing is my favorite superhero, like, of all time, because he is Batman, but happy. He is just, his parents died the same way Batman's did, but you know what sets him and Batman apart? Dick went and got therapy.
Yeah, that does help.
Dick went to a licensed psychiatrist. She happened to be locked in Arkham at the time, but he at least went to one. And he was like, hey, Harley, you're licensed, you're a psychiatrist. I need therapy. And so he was seeing Harley for a little while for that. And then when Harley basically was like, hey, I can't help you anymore, you should talk to Dinah Lance, being Black Canary, because she is also a licensed psychiatrist. She's also a lawyer. That is apparently how the JLA, the Justice League of America, get away with all the property damage.
Nice.
Because Dinah is just a better lawyer than most people.
Never have to worry about your identity being revealed when your whole entire network, your whole entire
100%.
medical network and law network,
It's all through the Justice League. Yeah, it's just the Justice League, and eventually Harley when she gets out of prison. But yeah, the other thing about that is that the Justice League, if they do have to seek like outside medical help, like Superman has to seek outside medical help all the time, because the only people that they can trust are Star Labs, because he's a fucking alien. And so they're like, listen, if you reveal Superman's identity at all, we will sue the ever-loving shit out of you. We can sue you into oblivion, and you will have you'll never practice again.
Goodness.
Well, I mean,
that would keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, and the other thing,
Understandable.
Did you know that the only superhero that acts technically within the law is the Flash?
No.
Flash is a cop.
Really?
Yep. Flash is a cop.
Goodness.
So Flash doing his whole Flash thing, that's just super cop.
Oh my goodness.
Flash is a cop, but he's a forensic investigator. He is technically allowed. He is technically allowed to make arrests, but he is not strictly a police officer. He's a forensics investigator. At least Barry Allen.
That's funny.
I
love that.
And then most of the Green Lanterns were U.S. military before they were Green Lanterns, except for Jessica Cruz.
There were more Green Lanterns?
Oh yeah, there's Hal Jordan, which is the first one. Well, technically Alan Scott's the first one, but he's Alan Scott used magic to get the powers of the Green Lantern. Then there's Hal Jordan, which is the one everybody knows. The really cocky generic white dude. Then there's John Stewart, who is the second Green Lantern from Earth. He is the Black Green Lantern, the one from the Justice League cartoon. There's Kyle Rayner, who was the first White Lantern, which means he had all the powers of the Lantern spectrum. So green, white, green, red, blue, yellow, purple, and pink, all at the same time. Then there's Conrad Cruz, who is an asshole, and we don't like him. He pisses off Wonder Woman a lot. And just in general, he's a sexist asshole, and he's made to be an unlikable character. Yeah, he's made to be an unlikable character. And so then there's Jessica Cruz, completely unrelated to him, who became a Green Lantern by overcoming her own anxiety.
Nice.
That is literally her character arc. She was agoraphobic and had severe anxiety issues, and she overcame them and became a Green Lantern because of it.
That is awesome.
Yeah, Jessica Cruz is my favorite Green Lantern.
I had no clues there was that many.
Well, that's
more
just
than one.
That's just the ones from Earth.
The only thing I know, the only even, I don't think I've never even seen like the movie.
Don't
I really only know of it because I used to read the comics. I can't quite remember it well enough to talk about, but I'm like a big Deadpool fan, right?
Yeah.
So obviously I've seen Ryan Reynolds make the joke in the Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
That's the most Green Lantern knowledge I have.
So Green Lantern as a series, depending on who you want to focus on, is really, really dope. Like, Hal's kind of an asshole. Because, like, he has the audacity of a mediocre white man. Because he is a mediocre white man. That's just who Hal Jordan is. But we love him for it.
Is that the one, is that the one with the movie?
Yeah, that's the one who, that Ryan Reynolds played.
The mediocre white man actor that I like plays the mediocre white man. I love it.
It's great. And then you have Jon Stewart is really, really dope. Like there's an animated movie called Green Lantern's Light, and it is very good. If you like, one of the things I tell people, if you just want to watch the movies to learn about like DC Comics, don't watch Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. Don't do it. It's not a bad movie. It's just really gratuitously gory. And a lot of my favorite superheroes die in it, so it's bad to watch for your first time. Like, don't do it. It does like spotlight one of my favorite heroes, John Constantine, but also Constantine doesn't need any more spotlighting. The man's already had a Keanu Reeves movie.
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
Keanu Reeves apparently wants to do a sequel, but DC won't work with him anymore.
There's a lot of movies that I have never seen. I've actually only ever seen one Keanu Reeves movie.
What is it?
And I actually only just watched it for the first time recently, and I didn't get to finish it. I got interrupted, but it was The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Oh, that's a good movie. That's a very good movie.
Yeah, I was liking it. I just didn't get back to it. That is the only Keanu Reeves movie I've seen. There's a lot of movies I've just not seen. I don't know why. I don't know what happened.
I mean, a lot of the time, like, when it comes to movies like that, I chalk that up to they're hard to access nowadays. Like, it's hard to get stuff like that anymore. Especially with, like, streaming services taking movies and shit off their servers.
Yeah.
Which makes me really fucking mad. Like, why? Like, it's like Disney used to use the Vault, the Disney Vault, which has artificially raised the price of the Disney cassette tapes. Now, I'm not gonna say that I haven't specifically kept my Disney cassette tapes for that very reason. I have all of the old ones, the original releases in their like proper cases. I'm a nerd. I collect things like that. But at the same time, like, it wouldn't be this way if there wasn't artificial scarcity.
even when Disney comes out with like just a new movie in general, like it's been a while since I've purchased a movie, like a Blu-ray or anything. But I remember the last time I bought a Disney one, like it was way it was a lot.
Yeah, it was expensive. They all
really expensive.
They always are.
I would kill for my childhood VHS collection. I would die for it.
So when when I got real sick, I moved back in with my parents, and so I am fortunate enough to have. They were nice enough to keep my old VHS collection, so I have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I am very grateful to them for that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take care of those cannons.
I love it here.
Right?
So nostalgic.
I'm just gonna slowly meander my way around this fortress and take care of all of its outer defenses.
I remember the first time I got cannonballed over here in a
in a barrel. Yeah.
And I was a kid, and this is my first like Zelda game, or one of my first video games in general, actually. And I was like, "Oh, it's okay. This is gonna be fine. I have my sword."
No sword.
No sword. No sword. Lots of sneaking. Stealing weapons.
Oh yeah, no, the stealing weapons mechanic in this one is so like I like it. I don't like it that it encouraged Nintendo to do the whole weapon durability bullshit from the new Zeldas. I hate that shit. Yeah, so I really don't like weapon durability in a Zelda game.
No,
like
I also not a fan.
I know that there are people that are like, oh, it's so cool, and apparently you can now combine the breakable weapons in Tears of the Kingdom. I don't care that you can combine them. That's not what I want. I want a sword or two that I can use before the Master Sword, and then the fucking Master Sword.
Right.
That's all I want.
In some games, I like being able to craft my own weapon and stuff like that, but
not Zelda.
In a Zelda game, I want, and any other game like this in general, actually, like it depends. Like, I want the weapons.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be able to fucking pick up, instead of having to steal a boomerang off of a moblin, I want to be able to find that shit in a dungeon. I want to be able to keep my bow, and I can understand like arrow counts, and the different versions of arrows. Sure, that was cool as hell. Being able to pick up fire arrows and all that, and it being limited. But at the same time, like, if you want to make a crafting system, make a crafting system for like the like arrows, armor. That's cool. That's fine. Especially if you want to put a bunch of different armors in the game, like they did with Breath of the Wild. But one of my favorite weapons in the entirety of Zelda is a basic ass sword. Google the Ordon sword from Twilight Princess. Ordorn. It's just the most basic sword you can get.
I love it.
Exactly. It's basic. It's simple. But I fucking adore that sword.
Yeah, I like that sword. I forgot Breath of the Wild even had like weapon durability and stuff.
Yeah, because eventually when you get the Master Sword, it basically doesn't exist.
Yeah. Oh, these guys.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna roll right past him. Remember when them throwing that at you meant you had to go to a jail cell?
Yes. Oh, I went to jail so many times.
Oh my god. Once I figured out I had to just Metal Gear Solid my way through, I was like, oh, okay. But because I had literally just finished Metal Gear Solid at the time. But like...
This was one of my first games like this, so I was like, very like, what do I do? Oh no.
Yeah, exactly. Like, for somebody who's never played another game, it's just like, what do? How do, like, you wouldn't know hide in the barrel.
Yeah, I went to jail.
So many fucking
I was
times.
like, I don't have a weapon. How do I do this? I forgot how old I was when this came out.
I think this was 2001.
It wasn't like my first game, but it was like I played games my whole life, but like never like mostly like Mario and stuff. Never anything with like a story or anything like that.
Yeah.
So this was the first game like this I ever played.
I think one of the things that I like about this game and Zelda games in general is that it teaches kids scope for like what a story can be. Which is why when my kid, my 9-year-old, started getting into gaming, when they were like 3 or 4, the first game they ever played was the first Zelda game, because I have an NES. Because I have an NES, and I was like, here, play this.
I was maybe like I was about 9 or 10 when this came out. Like I played like the Pokemon games, and I played like Mario, and
which surprisingly a lot of
really
people don't realize that Mario has a story.
Yeah, I never played the story ones. Like my brother my brother is much older than me, so my brother was like like 20 something when I was like 10. So I would mostly watch him play things on the like on his NES, like so mostly like Mario or like Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd watch him play like Resident Evil, but I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, with Mario, the original Mario, there is a story to that game. Like, you know the bricks
really?
that you know the bricks you're breaking? Those are toads. Those are magically transformed toads. It's in the manual.
I thought you meant like, you know, the story, like not, you know what I mean, like the
yeah,
3D
no,
Mario.
I totally understand that. But no.
Oh my goodness.
Like Mario 1 is the only one that up until like Mario 64 that is just a game of like Mario saving the princess. Mario's 2 and 3, like Mario the Lost Levels, not Mario 2 Doki Doki Panic. Mario's 2 and 3 are just plays. Are Mario on stage retelling the story of him saving Princess Peach.
I didn't know this. That's amazing.
Yeah, so then you have Mario 64 where oh hey look, Tetra.
Tetra.
She's here to save our little sister. But so Zelda or Mario 1 is you actually saving the princess, and Mario's 2 and 3 are Mario including Luigi, in Mario 2. If you ever get like Super Mario the Lost Levels, which is in the Super Mario All Stars game in for the Super Nintendo, which is a fucking excellent Mario game if you ever play it. That is actually like Mario saving the princess. Mario World is an alt timeline Mario 1. Yeah. So Mario World follows the event, like is a sequel or like Yoshi's Island is a prequel to Mario World. Then Mario World is an alt timeline Mario 1 where you actually save the princess. And then Mario 3 is a play. It's you performing, and it's the same with Paper Mario. Paper Mario is also a play. That's why there's a stage and like people throw things at you from the audience because it's a play.
I had just started to play that for the first time pretty recently. It's really cute.
It really is.
Back to it. I wish I could make myself go back to things. My attention span non-existent. But it was really cute.
I can't. I should go back to the Kingdom Hearts games. I have beaten all of them, but Dream Drop Distance and 3 on stream. I refuse to go back until I've beaten all of the Halo series.
See, I bring up Kingdom Hearts earlier because here's another reason why. Like, I know you said that Nintendo pretty much confirmed that so Wind Waker's never going to come to the Switch, and that it's pretty safe to probably just buy a Wii U, right?
Yep.
Well, I did the same thing with Kingdom Hearts, where Square Enix was like, no, we're not going to release re-release 1 and 2 again on the PlayStation 4.
And then they did it.
PlayStation 3. And like right after I bought a PlayStation 3 here, they came out with it, and I was kind of mad.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm gonna understand being just unimaginably fucking angry about that.
Because
I would be.
I never used, I ended up giving it away. Like, I never even, like, used the PlayStation 3.
I played the PlayStation 3. I bought ones for like specific games, because there are games you can't get on like Resistance Fall of Man and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That you can't get on any other console, and because the companies that owned those titles don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So I own a PS3 for the sake of game preservation, and because my girlfriend is fucking awesome.
Yeah. I ended up giving mine away. I wasn't like too mad because at the time I also really wanted to play Demon Souls, which they had also like had never once. They were always like, no, we're not doing it, we're not doing it.
And then they re-released it.
Yeah, it wasn't like that soon. Like I just kept putting off buying it, and I just never had time. I never had time. And the next thing I knew, it was coming out on the 5, which I ended up getting unexpectedly. Like I wasn't planning to. So I was like, well, yeah, now I really don't need this.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing about, like, for me specifically, like, I've never been really super into the like, Souls games. I think there's one that I've played, and they were kind of ruined for me because at the time I was dating a pair of people that were just obsessed with, like, the build of what you were going to play and all this stuff. And, like, I get that that's kind of one of the appeals of the Souls-like games, but I personally, as a gamer, do not play games for shit like that. Like, I don't min-max. I refuse to min-max for the simple reason that it's not fun for me. That's like when I play Final Fantasy XIV, I'm only ever gonna play one fucking class. I know I can play all of them. I'm only gonna play one. And you can probably guess what that is. Just by my name.
About Final Fantasy.
So, RPGs in general, I play one class. Period. Paladin. That's it.
I wonder why I didn't guess that. I'm sitting here like, what class would the PaladinBelle play?
Yeah, it's Paladin every time. Oh, that's the wrong button.
But no, I'm with you. I'm all for playing a game the way you want to play, the way it's fun for you. That's why, as much as like I love like the Dark Souls games and the Demon Souls game and Demon Souls and like Bloodborne and like stuff like that, but I will literally, even though they're my favorite, like Dark Souls is my favorite game, like I have like a Dark Souls tattoo.
Nice.
I refuse to stream it because some people are just too like backseaty.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to be doing, like I just refuse.
That's one of the reasons I didn't stream. That's one of the reasons I didn't stream Halo for so long, because I love Halo. I grew up with it. Halo CE was one of the first like big shooters I ever played. But there are so many people that will backseat you in that game because you're not using, because I refuse to use Covenant weapons, not because they're not good weapons, but because I do the whole, I get really into the game, and I side with humanity, so I use human weapons.
Nice.
But, like, you have the option to use the alien weapons, and they're real fucking good. In some instances, better than the human ones. Like, if you're fighting the Flood, the Spiker is the gun to use.
What's the Flood? You mentioned it earlier.
So the Flood, and the reason I fucking hate them, they're an alien parasite. They work on a hive mind, and they're a hive mind, and they want to absorb all knowledge in the galaxy. They are they are body horror personified. Like they create they take dead bodies and then will basically use them to become those creatures, and whatever creature they become, they absorb its intelligence.
I see. I'm looking at pictures.
Yeah, the Flood are terrible creatures, and I fucking hate them. So I am at this point on Halo 3, which is one of the last, I think actually the last appearance of the Flood so far in any of the games. But there's theories that they're coming back for like for the next game, because it's the next game's like title's already been trademarked, Halo the Endless, and the Endless are the progenitors to the Flood. There's a giant like community for Halo, and it's full of like lore and theories, and like I think you'd really like it, knowing that you really like sci-fi themes, because it is a sci-fi franchise with space pirates and like body horror aliens and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, it's definitely been one I've been wanting to try for. It's been on the list for a while.
We should play it together at some point.
We should.
Like even off stream, we should absolutely play Halo together, because it's a damn good game and it's one of my favorites. And in a couple of them, there's character customization. You can straight up make your own Spartan. And you can make your own Spartan in the multiplayer, just in general, in most of the games. Halo CE just lets you change the color because it was an original Xbox game and they didn't have that much capability. But like, there's an anniversary version of Halo 2, which completely remasters the game, and it has customizable armor. Halo 3, Halo Reach, you play as your custom Spartan in campaign mode, which is really cool. Oh. Yeah, it's really dope. And in the Master Chief Collection, you can make your Spartan female.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love games that let you play as a girl.
Yeah, it's great. Well, with the Spartans, it's pretty much just like you change your voice because the armor's kind of bulky and you can't really tell from within the armor. But yeah, it's pretty dope. I really fucking love it. Personally,
that is the best when a game has like male and female armor and it looks the same.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. The only difference is there's a thing you can choose. Even if you're a male, you can choose light armor Spartan and they're thinner. And then if you choose heavy armor Spartan, they're bulkier. And you can do that for either gender.
Nice. I love it.
It's one of my favorite things about Halo customization. You've done a little sneaking in my fortress. Oh yeah, this is the scene. This is one of my favorite scenes. It's where Link gets bitch smacked.
My favorite Ganon.
You know,
I love the art in this game.
I do too. I really wish. What I really wanted was another game in like, I want a game set in the Hyrule under the sea.
Yes.
I want a game set in that Hyrule between Ocarina and this game. That's what I want.
Who lives in a Hyrule under the sea?
Oh my god! Oh lord.
I wish they would do another game in this art style. This game is actually one of the games that got me to start drawing. I used to have the game guide.
Oh, that's dope.
I would just I used to just kind of like copy draw all the art from it.
I think the last game in this art style was Triforce Heroes, which was Link, the hero of fashion.
Fashion? Is that the one where there was... I'm
three
not
of
familiar
them.
with that one.
There's three Links in that game, and all three of them, you can like be a cheerleader, you can change Link's outfits. It was on the 3DS. It's wacky.
How did I not know about this one?
He's literally called the hero of fashion.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, I knew of this.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I've never played it. I don't know about it, but I've definitely seen it.
It is in this timeline. It is the end of this timeline. I love Link's faces in this game. Like, look how expressive this man is.
They're really good.
You cannot defeat me with a blade that does not sparkle with the power to repel evil. Also, can we talk about how dope Ganon's little katana there is? Like, that's fucking awesome.
It's good.
Like, and you can visibly see it's, like, curved and shit. Like, because Ganon's swords used to just be, like, a square brick. Which I liked as a person who can't draw worth a dick. But like, I really like this art style. Also, I wanted to see her shank him. I wanted to see her pull that little knife and shank him.
Right.
It's like...
Oh, she's one of my favorites.
I want to
Put her in a
see...
dress and took away her tan. I was so sad.
Yeah, no, that's... They could have at least left the tan, because she has been on the ocean forever.
Right.
Like, that's just what happens to your skin when you're on the ocean.
Right? That always bothered me. I hated it. When I was a kid, when I first saw it, I was like, what?
Why? Yeah, why did they change that? My triforce of power is resonating. At long last, I have found you, Princess Zelda. Man, your eyebrows are on point, and I'm so jealous.
Those are good eyebrows.
Right?
Ganon's got fashion. I love his robe.
Like the flowy robe that is like it. The other thing about this version of Ganon is like I've heard people call him Fat Ganon, but if you look at that man, he's buff as shit. He's just powerlifter buff. He's not like bodybuilder buff. He is powerlifter buff.
No, that's the best kind of buff. Didn't they have another game that came out recently? I think it was
Tears
one
of the
God
Kingdom.
of War games.
Tier 1.
Yeah, not Ganon.
But Thor.
Yeah, one of the
Thor from God of War Ragnarok, who is just straight powerlifter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people were complaining because he's fat. No, he's not. The man's built like a fucking powerlifter. He's built like a strongman, which is how he is described in the Prozetta. He is historically accurate.
Yes.
Historically accurate Thor for the win. That's the best version of Thor.
Big agree.
Big fuck you beard, red hair, buff as fuck. That's the best version of Thor.
Ooh, I pronounced wrong. Is it Rito or Raito? Because these are my favorite. This is my favorite version of them too. I like
the
them
Rito.
in Breath of the Wild as well.
I also like them in Breath of the Wild. I found it
nostalgia.
weird. I found it weird that they brought that the Rito and the Zora existed at the same time in Breath of the Wild, being the Rito evolved from the Zora.
I think I knew that.
The way you find that out is because, one, the other island that was destroyed was going to be a Zora dungeon, and then they made the story decision, what if the Zora just aren't a thing in this one? Because nothing can survive in the Great Sea. And it's just Jabun, or whatever they called him in this one.
Since this is the game I had like the most exposure to, like I was really unfamiliar with like the Zora in general.
Yeah, and then
when I played Breath of the Wild, it was like my first time really seeing them because I had never really played like Ocarina of Time before.
In this game you see one Zora. Period. That's it. One.
Where?
You know when you go to do the spoilers for anybody watching this, and this is your first exposure. Also, I'm so sorry. When you go to do Rito, when you go to the Rito and you get what is her name? The little girl that has the heart.
Medley.
Yeah, when you get Medley, her spirit like sage lady is a Zora.
Oh.
That's where you learn they evolved from the Zora.
Oh, I wish I could remember.
Oh, don't worry, we're about to go do that right now.
Nice.
We might only play for another like 30 minutes, but we're that's the next quest.
Yeah, that's fine.
We've got to do this more often. We've got to hang out more often.
No, yeah, I love this. Tetra.
Here we go. I love that she'll just follow me wherever in the water. She's shorter than Link! I didn't even realize that, so when she's running, it's like her neck is being covered by water. Oh no! The other thing, if you like look up at these pictures, it's if you hadn't guessed it by this point, that's a dead giveaway that Tetra is Zelda. because that's her
Yeah.
entire crew. But that's technically
Oh.
not Tetra. That's Tetra's mom.
Oh, see, I didn't like. I wasn't sure. I'm not sure I ever like really knew exactly how like any of it, like how exactly she was Zelda, like the background, I guess.
Yeah, so if you
If
go
you know
into
what I
her
mean.
cabin when you go and get the bombs, you can see a picture of her mother. And it looks just like Ocarina of Time Zelda. The
Ah.
other thing that you can find, like, she looks like Ocarina of Time Zelda if Ocarina of Time Zelda wore pirate clothes. The other thing that if you come in here and look up the paintings, I'm a giant, like, lore nerd, so the first time I ever did that, I looked at the paintings. I was like, okay, cool, I need to look through this and figure out what the fuck is going on. And then I was like, oh, those guys look just like the pirate crew.
I don't know if I ever connected that. I was a kid, though. I'm not sure how much I was paying that much attention.
I think I was
I'm so
maybe
excited
14.
to replay this.
Oh yeah, you absolutely. It's gonna be it's gonna, like, here in just a minute. I'm gonna show you the cool thing about this room, and and you'll kind of be able to connect why the Master Sword is here specifically in the castle instead of in the the Temple of fucking Time where it's supposed to be.
Right.
For those at home, he's basically just explaining what we just said.
Yeah.
He's also explaining that what the prophecy at the beginning of the game said. Hey, 100,000 years ago or whatever, Hyrule was flooded, and the world is in peril because of that. And now, oh, you know what I didn't realize? Tetra has been carrying a shard of the Triforce underneath her little necklace, underneath her little neckerchief thing, the entire time, and now he's stolen it.
How many Triforce pieces did you have to collect in a GameCube? I guess I could.
Like 35 or so. Like, there were a
That's why
lot.
I never finished this game.
There were a lot, and then they lowered it to like 14.
That's much easier.
Well, I mean, at least it's not as bad as this is Ennit. Ennit, this is my girlfriend Claire.
Hi. They took away her tan and they made her wear makeup.
Yeah, it makes me very upset. I'm mad.
Why?
They could have at least let her stay tan. Because, like, I came in on the death of the tomboy.
Right?
You are Princess Zelda. But I was a fucking pirate, you douchebag. She can't even keep her little sword. Yeah, exactly. That makes me so mad. Like, they should have absolutely let her keep the little tiny knife. Like, Twilight Princess, they make it up for it in Twilight Princess, though, because Zelda carries a fucking rapier in that game.
Nice.
And she uses it, too. Like, she actually fights. She loses, but she fights.
So I think they could have let her keep her damn tan.
Yeah.
And her outfit, but she could have wore all the jewelry.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
pirate would definitely do that.
100%. I want to see Pirate Zelda. Like, straight up Pirate Zelda. You absolutely fucking should.
Gonna make child me so happy.
You 100% should. I need to get someone to draw a PNG of me in Link's tunic. That's the next, like, that's the next thing I need to get, PNG wise.
Link. Come to town. You save the Princess Zelda.
Are you singing Legend of Zelda with lyrics?
Yeah.
We've just become best friends. No one else knows those songs.
That was no, that was the System of a Down. I like The system of down cover.
Yeah, exactly. It's great.
Okay, let's make sure.
Yes, it's the System of a Down version. It's fantastic. No,
it is. It's so good.
Don't make me leave the room. Let me explore. Hold on, I have cool shit to show people. No.
Look, even she's pissed off. She's like, "Where's my fan?"
Yeah, she is. She's mad about it. Don't close the thing. No, you assholes. So basically, down there, corresponding to each like statue, are pictures of the sages on the walls.
Do you ever get to?
Yeah. When you first get the Master Sword, you have the opportunity to. I just didn't. I should have. They love to put a girl boss in a box.
It's so true.
You know, King of Red Lions, I could just go get a regular boat and burn you.
I remember having a love-hate relationship with the King of Red Lions.
I have a frustration with this particular boatman because he just never shuts up. Like people shit talk Fi or Fee or whatever her so what if she has killed like 12 dads and left orphans? So what? She's cool. Oh no. But yeah, you want to talk about a companion character that never shuts the fuck up? It's the King of Red Lions.
Like, no, Dad, I want to go explore I don't care about your quest. I want to go explore the islands way over in the far end of the map, nowhere near where you want me to go.
Right?
That's all I used to do. I would just, like...
Oh, this is the wrong song.
Aimlessly, like, drive in all directions. This was my first open world game, and I lived it to the fullest.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I love how big and open the Great Sea is. That was why when they said that Breath of the Wild was going to be open world, I was like, yes! That's one of those things that I really love about Breath of the Wild. I really wish they'd have put, like, more traditional Zelda dungeons in there, but that it is what it is. Because, like, and even then, like, even if it hadn't been, like, the, like, boss shrines, I wish at least some of the shrines, like the tests of strength or whatever, had been... like traditional Zelda bosses, like put a Hinox inside of a test of strength, because that would be really cool.
I don't even remember. I mean, this could just be me misremembering, but outside of like you know, like the what I'm gonna say it wrong. I don't know why. Bokoblins?
Yeah, the Bokoblins.
Yeah, outside of like them and stuff, I don't remember too many other traditional Zelda. And were Redeads in that at all?
No. It was Bokoblins. Basically, what they did was they took some
Bokoblins.
Oh Lord. They took a bunch of underused Zelda enemies, like the Hinox, like the Lionels, and they put those in the game along with their own new creation, the Guardians, which are just the little like eye monster things that we have to deal with. And stuck them in like an open world. Yes, love.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll pay the 201 rupees postage. Incredible chart. What is that, Claire? What is your secret? Oh, the incredible chart. This is the chart where all the Triforce charts and Triforce shards are hidden.
Aww.
I love you too.
Aww.
Oh my goodness. I just got a map that shows me where all of the Triforce shards are.
Oh, Tingle.
Yeah, no, so they took it down from the like 30 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
And then there are 3 Triforce charts. And then this just shows where Tingle's Island is.
Oh, Tinkle.
Uh,
Oh, I used to love the
do me a favor in
I
it.
can't.
Never mind. I'll do it. You can't do it. I just realized.
Oh,
Is it one word? GhostEnnit.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Mm-hmm.
Also, I totally get you. I usually am too, just not right now. But thank you.
Yeah, we are 420 friendly here. If you ever want to get stoned and be on stream.
Nice.
Yeah. So there is in its channel. You can go ahead and follow Ennit there.
It's me.
I just wanted to go ahead and give you a shout out.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the redeads were my favorite. They scared me in this as a kid.
In this game, the redeads scared the shit out of me as a child.
Yeah. Like I was not expecting it at all. The first time they like show up and there's like, isn't there like a scream? I think? And they do like this little like
scream
pause
and
animation?
then you're it's a scream and then you're locked there. You can't move.
Yeah. So before this game, the only thing I knew about The Legend of Zelda is from like playing the story modes of Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Super Smash Brothers Brawl's or Melee's like adventure mode was my favorite thing as a child.
That one. So I would play through the Zelda was my favorite. Like I played Sheik a lot, so I played through like those areas.
Yeah, and it had the whole like Zelda dungeon. And it had like a whole Zelda dungeon. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the first redead I knew of, and they were scary.
And then
wasn't scared of them.
Yeah, and then you play this game, and it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it was terrifying. Medley, I love Medley. She's so cute.
I can rest easy now. Excuse me.
Bless you.
I can rest easy now that I've seen you safe and sound with my own eyes. Kamali's turned into a fine young adult, hasn't he? Recently, he's begun doing things on his own without my guidance. Every conversation still ends up centered on you. Watching Prince Kamali grow up fills me with pride, but makes me a little sad as well. I wonder if this is how a mother feels. So I've realized something. I have to go get, I don't know where I go get, I do know where I go get the fire and ice arrows. As a matter of fact, yes I do. So I have to get the fire and ice arrows, and then I have to get the iron boots. So we're gonna go do that real quick.
Okay.
And then we can come back and get Medley.
Oh, this game also has my favorite Zelda vendor.
Beetle. Yeah.
Yes. I love Beetle.
I too love Beetle. He's fantastic.
Beetle's my hero. At one point, very briefly, and you'll know why it was only briefly once you hear this, but like his little greeting, like no, with the little oh thank you, that was my ringtone.
Yes.
For one, and then one time it went off at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and it woke me up from a dead sleep, and it was horrifying.
I would have been terrified. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right now,
it was not my ringtone for long.
My alarm tone right now is the Green Ranger's dagger music, which is so shrill and loud that it wakes me up immediately because I'm like, go away. But I can
should get fun ringtones.
It's great. I plan on getting some Zelda alert sounds for my channel, because right now I'm using like the default ones from, I think it's Stream Elements or Stream Labs, one of the two. And so it's like very, very generic shit. So I'm thinking about just getting like Navi, and maybe for my raid sound getting Beetle.
Perfect. Do it.
I love that this is like the Great Fairy in this one. Yeah. And now I have fire and ice arrows.
I love the fairies in this one.
Yeah, me too. Link's just like, what are you doing? You now have the power of fire and ice. I'm being hit on by a fairy that is probably thousands of years older than me. I always forget that Link's only like 13, 14 in this game.
Yeah.
And now we go back to Dragon Roost. Only to leave Dragon Roost again. Because I needed the ice arrows to get the thing that'll allow me to open the like gateway to the temple. Oh, this one gets me, okay. So I think this one gets me the iron boots and the other one gets me the, okay, so nope, it's duh. Okay, and then boop, 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 boop. That way. I think this one gets me the iron boots and the other one gets me the, like, the thing that allows me to throw boulders, or it's the other way around. So, I'm going to see which one this is really quickly, because I know this one's a volcano, and the other one is like an ice island. And the ice island is near, I think, Outset.
Oh.
Technically, right now, we could go get the triforce shards. I could have them all before I go do anything. Which is probably what I'm going to do next stream. I'm probably going to go get the... So what we're going to probably do for the rest of this stream, because I'm going to go for a little bit longer. Switch arrow type. And then what we do is we aim up and fire. And that will freeze the volcano for a limited period of time. So I get 5 minutes to do this.
Time limits always make me so nervous in games.
Right? Right?
I'm like quietly focusing with you.
Run. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh no. Hold on. I can fix. Oh no. No, I cannot. I cannot fix this. Well, we got this. Climb, Link. Run. I want, I really wish I was talented enough to mod this game, because I would mod my VTuber into it, because Link in this game is the exact height of what my VTuber is, which is...
Oh, really?
Link is 3'5" in this game.
Ah.
And my VTuber is a halfling, so she is tiny.
Oh, yeah. I always forget that part. I knew that. I just always forget.
It's okay. Lots of people forget. A lot of people think I'm just an elf. That's the thing that, like, I'm having to explain what a halfling is.
Yeah, like, I knew you weren't an elf.
I didn't know there was a ship around here. Hey, he blew up the thing for me. But yeah, a lot of people are like, a lot of people think that Belle is just an elf. And I'm like, no, she's a halfling, like a hobbit. And people are just like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm a TTRPG creator, y'all. This is what I do.
Like, I knew you weren't an elf. Like, I knew you were a halfling.
Yeah, a lot of, well, I'm not more talking general audience.
No,
because,
I meant
like,
in general. I was just saying, like, I knew. Actually, I've never even considered an elf.
Awesome, because you'd be the first one.
Yeah, no, I've never looked at your VTuber and thought elf.
Thank you. Honestly, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I'm the sci-fi elf.
Yeah, it's great. I love the 3-eye aesthetic. That makes me very happy.
Yay! There was no thought put into it. I started off as a ghost, as just a ghost, and realized that, gee, there's a lot of ghosts, actually. There's an awful lot of them. Let's be an alien instead and change nothing else except add a third eye. That's the only change I did, and make my ears pointier.
I think I am the only halfling that I know of.
I think so too, actually.
I know that there are a bunch of goblins.
There's a lot of goblins.
Well, goblins are very popular too. Like,
yeah.
being a goblin allows you to be as what is the word I'm looking for? A lot of people see goblins and they think chaotic, and it lets you be just
gremlin?
that. Gremlin. There we go. Thank you. And a lot of people want to be that because they can't in their like everyday, and I respect that. But my vibe for like who I want to be that I can't be in my everyday is someone who just kind of chills and is quiet, and lives a happy little quiet life. You know, like a halfling does.
Yeah.
So that was the deal for me, and that's why I picked halfling specifically. Why can I not move?
I love it.
There we go. Okay, map.
Tingle's chart. I remember as a kid, like, first coming across Tingle and thinking to myself, what is happening here?
Why is this man doing this to me? I think it's that one there, which is... okay. So... Nope. Yeah, when I first saw Tingle, I saw him in Majora's Mask, which, I have major beef with that game. That game frustrates the ever-living shit out of me.
I have never played it.
So, the thing about Majora's Mask that frustrates me is that you can't save without going back in time and losing all of your shit. Like, you lose your money, your arrows, all of it. Like, anything that is collectible...
Oh my God.
Yeah, anything that's collectible, you lose all of it. And in order to keep it, you have to put it in a bank account. I don't want to go to a bank in a Zelda game. I don't want to...
Does Tingle own the bank?
Mm-mm. Tingle's a map salesman. Tingle's a map salesman. Just like he always has been.
Okay. For some reason, I thought this had to do... I don't know, I think...
This is just my beef with Majora's Mask in general. But no, Tingle... The thing about Tingle that frustrated me was the man has always been a price gouging bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Tingle, please, I need this for my quest. Give me the map. Nope, pay me 500 rupees. My wallet doesn't even hold 500 rupees. Get good, scrub. Oh, hey, the bungalow. I can't do that one yet. I can't do that one yet. I don't have the joy pendants. I don't have enough joy pendants. We're gonna get the iron boots, and then... Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so I live by a train, and it's getting ready to pass, so I will still be here, but I'm gonna mute my mic for a few minutes.
That's totally understandable. Also, train noises are great. Like, personally, I love the noises trains make. I understand why you would mute on stream, though, because... And I appreciate it. Where is the ice island? Yeah, I bet. I bet it is, honestly. I love it, though. It doesn't bother me. Exactly! It's like one of those things that helps me go to sleep, personally. When I'm around train noises, it helps me sleep. The horn goes off constantly because... Yeah, exactly. So that people know, don't fall asleep on the damn train tracks. That used to be a huge problem here. Because I live a little while from a train, right up close to a train myself. And people used to fall asleep and, cars would get hit. So I totally understand. I think the ice island is right in this general vicinity. Is that it, maybe? There's a few islands around here. That's a fairy island. Let's see if this is it. This kind of looks like the way it's shaped. So we'll see. This is why I should buy more bait and put more things on islands.
Okay, I think the train's far enough where you maybe can only vaguely hear it a little bit.
Yep. I can't hear it at all.
Yay. Yay.
I don't think this is the island, but this is... I need to buy bait and, get Mark... Yeah, and get the map filled out. Did I just come back to the bunk? No, this is... I think this is a triforce shard, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Yep, this is a triforce shard. Fuck it, we're getting us a triforce shard is the last thing we do on stream, and then next time we'll get the the other thing. Hello, friend. What are you doing? Oh ho! My, that battery-mounted guns is a dangerous thing. If only someone could blow up the entire lot of them to bits. Such a shame that they exist, for there is something wonderful hidden there. Okay, yeah, that's the triforce shard.
Love the voice acting.
Thank you. Time to do some out at sea combat. That's one of my favorite things. Is I loved when I got the bombs for the first time, and when I pulled them out, it was a whole ass cannon.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Just the first time I got to fire the cannon out of as Link, it was just so cool.
I forgot that happens at all. Like, I knew you had a cannon. I forgot that it just comes from the bombs.
Yeah. You just get bombs, and then suddenly, this man has a cannon mounted on him. It's the same as
Right.
It's like the same as when you get the what is it called? The grappling hook. And then very suddenly,
yeah.
And then very suddenly he's got a thing where he can dive under the search under the sea. Okay, so they're all dead, and I can go up here and get the triforce shard.
Like the Mary Poppins container.
Yeah, exactly.
When you get a sail, you just get the sail. You don't get the whole.
Yeah, you don't get the mast and everything. And then very suddenly he has a mast that matches really well with his aesthetic.
Uh-huh.
I imagine it's just that he has a bag of holding as a person, and then that just translates to when he's polymorphed into a boat.
I understand what that is.
Hell yeah.
It is my med time.
Hell yeah. Well, I missed a cannon. That's why it hasn't given me the thing yet. the Triforce shard.
I really forgot it was 32. Like, I've always beat myself up for like never finishing it, but now I remember
it's
like
a
why.
lot.
Like, no, it's okay that I didn't.
Yeah, it's a lot. There are a lot of them. Aha! Now I can get the Triforce shards.
No, I won't collect all 32 Triforce shards, but I will get a figurine of every single NPC in the game. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Tiny figurines, that's a thing that they can definitely attract people with. Oh, these things that are marketable that we totally should have sold in real life.
Oh,
I think
the original amiibos.
I think they did sell them in real life in Japan. I don't think they were ever made it to the US, but I know that they did that in Japan.
I would love just one of them.
I
still love going through the rooms, looking at them all.
I wish I could get, like, I want the Wind Waker amiibos, simply for the fact that you can skip the sale quest and get it just automatically. You know, I thought that was this would be a Triforce piece, but no, it is a heart container. I think the Triforce piece is in the island that dude is standing on. But yeah.
Yeah, and for like some of the 32, you used to have to go fishing for them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm still gonna have to in this one for a couple of them. I think there's like 2 like that in this one.
They were just kind of off in the middle of nowhere randomness.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense if you think about it, because, like, if they're hidden in Hyrule, and if you're going underground a lot of the time in some of these dungeons, or these mini dungeons for them, you're basically going down into Hyrule. So it kind of makes sense. But also at the same time, I'm wondering where they are in Hyrule that they've just been hidden, where I can grab the box that has a convenient little handle on it. Because, like, this right here, this is a ruined tower. This was definitely, like, someone built this on purpose.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, where in Hyrule I am right now. Because, like, look at this. This is the same architecture as the Temple of the Gods.
I love it.
And each of these little trials are going to be me fighting. Oh, hello, Armos. Used to be, in Ocarina of Time, you had to blow the Armos up with bombs. They still encourage you to do it because these things drop bombs, but it's not accurate. Like, it's not, like, easy to do. So I always just dodge and cut them when I can actually do it.
I think I've always done the bombs.
Here
This
we
one
go.
has an endless dungeon, right? Or is it not actually endless? I'm trying to remember.
It is. It does have an end, but it's like 50 to 100 levels.
Okay.
And it is on Outset Island.
Yeah.
It's where one of the Triforce pieces is.
Yeah.
You have to have the little bracelets that you can so you can pick up heavy shit.
Yeah, I think as a kid that was one of my first like really long like dungeon type things too. Like you could just keep going.
Yeah, it's great, and you can do it over and over again. And then they had one for Twilight Princess, and they also had one for Breath of the Wild. Eventually, it was DLC, but it was a thing.
Yeah, I never played the DLC for that.
I didn't either. I thought that giving Link a like sacred beast, but it's a motorcycle was kind of a cop out. Like, I liked the Born to be Wild commercials. That was cool. It was good for marketing. But, like, at the same time...
I remember that.
Oh, yeah, there was a whole slew of, like, commercials that were Link on a motorcycle that was the, like, Born to be Wild song behind him, because that used to be, like, a biker anthem. One other thing that I'd like to note is that these little guys can be stunned by hitting them with your grappling hook.
I think that sounds familiar.
But yeah, I think if they were gonna give him a sacred beast, it should have been a like mechanical horse.
Yeah.
Like I get
Yeah,
that.
I remember not being like a fan of the bike.
Yeah, I wish that they'd have been more creative with it. But
Yeah.
also at the same time, Link didn't really need a sacred. Like his whole deal was, I have the sword that can, like the sword of evil's bane. I don't need one of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the other thing, I love the like Super Sentai Power Ranger inspiration from the Sacred Beasts, because like I said earlier, I'm a giant Power Rangers nerd. But at the same time, the Sacred Beasts halving Ganon's health cheapens that boss fight.
I have never been that far in a game to know.
So basically, if you beat all 4 Divine Beasts, and
I think I did 3.
and then go and fight Ganon, or Calamity Ganon, they all fire on him and like chunk his health down to, I think it's a little below half. Yeah, it cheapens
like
that boss fight. Yeah, me either. I thought it was dumb.
Yeah, I think it was. I didn't dislike the Sacred Beast. Just by the time I got like past 3 of them, I was bored.
Yeah, exactly. That was my problem.
I did not care, and that's like I just didn't. I didn't like put it down and stop, but I just like took a break from it and like was never interested.
And then
enough to, like,
never
pick it
went
up
back.
again. And the next thing I knew, like so much time had passed that now it's like, well, if I play this again, I need to restart.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, and when I restart things, I just keep restarting them. I don't go back and keep playing. I just keep restarting.
Yeah.
And that frustrates me as a player.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, like, I do like the open world aspect of it. I do like being able to travel through all of Hyrule and meet interesting NPCs and stuff like that. It's great.
Yeah, there was a lot I liked. I liked taming horses.
Yeah, I think that was one of those things. Getting to be a horse girl made me really happy.
I don't like horses, but I liked finding a horse. I liked finding a cool horse, and I liked giving it a name. I found this one horse. I don't remember what the exact colors were. I want to say brown, and I think the spots were primarily like on the horse's butt. So I named her Shorts.
That's amazing. I love that.
And I miss her.
I love that. When I do...
This is my horse Shorts.
When I do my Breath of the Wild playthrough, because I'm going to do a full one on stream, would you like to join me for it?
Can there be a horse named Shorts?
There absolutely can. I'll even look for one with just spots primarily on the butt.
Yay! So I remember that bit, like, I remember just thinking it was like, the spots were, I don't know, it was very cute. I was like a little surprised.
100% yes.
They look like booty shorts.
100% yes, we can do that.
Yay!
I'm kind of mad at myself that I'll never have the DLC on Wii U because they shut down the Wii U eShop. But whatever, I wasn't going to play it anyway. Though the Unbreakable Master Sword would have been cool. Because that DLC made it where the Master Sword was unbreakable. And it didn't, like, need to recharge. You just had it constantly.
For this?
No, for Breath of the Wild.
Oh, you said the Wii U.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
Because Breath of the Wild released on the Wii U and the Switch.
Oh my god, it did. I forgot.
Yeah, I have the Wii U copy.
I was one of the lucky. I just happened to like put my name down on like a waiting list at GameStop when the Switch was first coming out. So I happened to get like a very early Switch, like very luckily, like not expecting it. So I don't think I even like realized it came out.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like that.
Basically, a lot of people forget that it was on the Wii U as well. Because nobody really played the Wii U version.
Kind of like people forget that Twilight Princess was on the GameCube.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, in my opinion, the Wii U version is the superior one, just like the GameCube version. So I have a question for you,
Yeah.
Is there anybody online that you would like to raid? Because none of the people that I usually raid are online.
Let me see, because actually I think my usuals are really around either. I actually don't really know anybody that, like, I have a lot of people that I'm following that are streaming, but nobody that I really, like,
No,
know.
exactly. That's how I feel
Yeah.
about it. Like, I could technically, if I really wanted to, like, raid a huge VTuber, but at the same time, scary.
Yeah.
So instead, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna end stream, and then we're gonna say bye to YouTube, and then yeah, we'll be done. So bye everybody watching on Twitch. Hope you guys had a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining me in it.
Thank you for having me.
And yeah, we'll the next time I play Wind Waker, I'll probably invite you back.
Yeah, if I'm around and I'm free, I would love to join. This was a lot of fun.
This was absolutely a blast. All right, bye everybody.
Yeah. Bye.
And for the YouTube recording, bye YouTube. And then so in it, I have a tradition for my YouTube recordings. There is a friend, there's my old boss Dave watches all of my videos. Dave likes to fuck with me and put comments that are jokingly mean. So we have a bit around here that is when we say goodbye to YouTube, we also say fuck you to Dave.
Fuck you, Dave.
Fuck you, Dave. Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube, but fuck you, Dave.
You know what you did.